All right, for our next area lesson, we're going to look at parallelograms, triangles, and trapezoids, but we're going to do 3 separate videos. So this one is parallelogram. All right, a parallelogram, by definition, has 2 sets of opposite sides parallel. So you see the hashes, these 2 hashes are the same length, they're actually parallel to each other, top and bottom, same length, 2 hashes indicate that, and they are parallel to each other. Okay, now, how we get the formula is that, let's imagine this parallelogram here, this corner. We are going to take it and we're going to cut off this left triangle here. We're going to make a 90-degree angle and cut it off. Now we're going to take this triangle and we're just going to scoot it over. Okay, and then we're going to tape it over here. We're going to attach it and we're going to make a different shape. So can you tell what shape we've made? If we cover up this bit here we've cut off, we have a new shape, don't we? And it looks like this. It is a rectangle. Okay, so our new shape's a rectangle. Now we know the area of a rectangle, right? The area of a rectangle equals length times width, where the long side is our length and the short side is our width. Okay, now with the parallelogram, this is the area, it's length times width. Okay, we're going to look at the length, which is this length here, either the top or the bottom, they're the same. And then the height, right, which is the height of the parallelogram, that's like our width. Okay, in the formula though, we're not going to use L and W. We use this for a rectangle. In a parallelogram, we're actually going to call the length the base, and we're going to call the width the height. So we're going to call it base times height. Okay, so it's the same as a rectangle, same concept, length times width, but we're going to call it base times height. And in the triangle one, you're going to see why, because we're going to need the base and the height notation. So let's go ahead and apply this formula. Let's go down here. Now, anytime I'm going to solve something or figure something out, I always copy down the formula I'm using, if I'm using one. So I'm going to do B times H. Remember that side by side means multiply. And now I'm going to substitute. Before I can substitute, though, I have to identify what is the base and what is the height. Well, the length here is our base, and the height here, like our width, right, is going to be from top to bottom. So that's H. Now I know the base and the height. Let's substitute. When I substitute, I always use parentheses. My base is 9 and my height is 6. Now you may not want to substitute. I know it's a little bit extra writing, but when your math gets harder and you have to substitute this way, if you start doing it now with easy problems, you'll be in such a habit of doing it, it will make those hard problems feel a lot easier. So I highly recommend that you start practicing this kind of notation. All right, 9 times 6 is 54, and our units are inches, right? And just like before, area is units squared, right? Because we do inch times inch. So the area of this parallelogram is 54 inches squared. Let's go over here. Again, I'm going to copy down my formula, B times H. I have to identify what is B, what is H. Well, my base is my length. Usually it's the only length that's given, okay? And it's the base. It's the side it's sitting on. So this is my B. And my height here is usually indicated with a dashed line, and that's how tall my parallelogram is. And in 7th grade, usually it's the only 2 measures that are given, so it's pretty clear. Okay, let's go ahead and substitute 3 and 12. 3 times 12 is 36. My units are meters. Because I have area, it's meters squared. So the area of my parallelogram is 36 meters squared. And that's all there is to it, to finding the area of a parallelogram.